Hello there. Thanks for joining me on Foundational Friday. My name's Beci R, and I'm here today with a pamphlet by James Dillet Freeman called The Four Causes of Health. Now, if you've known anything about the writings of James Dillet Freeman, he wrote the poem The Traveler. It's often used at life ceremonies, celebrating life ceremonies. He writes this pamphlet that was first published in Unity magazine. And then because they were getting so many requests for it and so many comments on it, they decided to print it as its own pamphlet. And you can find a copy of this original pamphlet, and you can find just the verbiage that's written out at truthunity.net if you want to take a look at that website. And I'll just read some of it and then maybe comment on a little bit of it, but it's actually really good. So, The Four Causes of Health originally appeared in the article in World Unity Daily Word magazine. And he says, I have been healed through prayer. The first time I ever saw this at a prayer meeting, the meeting was over, a woman came up and she was holding out her hand and she said, look, and she was weeping and she opened her hand and she closed it. And she did this very slowly, several times, opening it and closing it. And then she says, this is the first time in 5 years I've been able to move my fingers. I can imagine how wonderful that felt, right? Since then, Mr. Freeman says that he's seen many people healed through prayer. I've also seen people whom I might reasonably have expected to be healed through prayer and not be healed. As true students, we know that this is true too. Some people are not healed. But if one person ever got a healing through prayer, through changing his thinking, her thinking, then there is obviously a power here that can do it for all if we learn how to use it. So if one person is healed through prayer, we can all be healed through prayer. He goes on to say, why do we get sick? Why do we get well? Are physical explanations enough? And he says that Aristotle, in an analysis of the way things happen in life, an analysis that no scientist or philosopher has improved upon, says that every event has four causes. These he calls the material cause, the effect cause, the formal cause, and the final cause. For instance, the material cause of a house that may be thought of as the lumber and the nails, and the effective house of the carpenter's hammer and the tools that built it, right? But the formal cause is the blueprint an architect's prepared. And the final cause is someone's need for shelter. This is the real final cause along with this. We look at the house as we ask, how did this house happen to come into being? If you think about this for a minute, you will see that to give an adequate answer to the question, you have to consider all four of the causes. Unless all four causes are operating, there will be no house. So healing and sickness, like houses and all other phenomena, have not one, but four causes. Material and efficient causes cannot bring about health or sickness until the formal and final causes are in operation. There are whole groups of people whose religious beliefs forbid their accepting medical aid. Yet these people live and least as long as healthy and are just as healthy as other people. Material and effective causes are in the field of medical science, which has lately made miraculous discoveries in this field. And since this was written nearly 100 years ago, it's even gone faster, the discoveries that have been made. But for the formal and final cause, we have to look into the mind and the soul. This is the field that which Unity deals with. Unity deals with the mind and the soul, with consciousness and with thinking. Unity believes that when the cause of sickness is in the soul is eliminated, germs are not going to attack us any more than a carpenter is going to build a house when he does not receive an order for one from someone who needs shelter or the business, right? Eliminating the formal and final causes of a sickness, and the sickness dissolves. If we eliminate that, it dissolves. Build in the formal and final cause of health, and health is brought forward. What are the formal and final causes of sickness and health? First, let's consider the formal cause. Unity has a great deal to say about the formal cause. For the formal cause of sickness is a belief in it. It's a belief that there is the possibility of being sick. People get sick because they think sickness. They accept sickness as a possibility. They carry it around in the form of sickness as if it were in their mind. They hear someone else saying, I'm catching a cold, and immediately they're afraid they're going to get a cold. Or in our day and age now, COVID, right? So everybody's, oh, well, they've got COVID, so immediately I'm susceptible to COVID. You can see that if we carry around in a pocket in our mind the blueprint of sickness, for which we are more likely to build it in our own body than if we do not have the blueprint to work from. So Unity gives us tools to erase negative blueprints, tools called denials. Deny the possibility of sickness. We say, make the statements like this. I do not believe in colds, weakness, inefficiency, or negativity of any kind. Or I deny disease as devoid of any reality and affirm health as spiritual and abiding, because all of us are carrying around so many blueprints of sickness. Health takes working at. We have to work at our health. It may just be a coincidence, but it happens that a person who is in the healthiest person I know, this is him still speaking, he also knows this person is the hardest working in her life. She's an elderly lady. He does not give her a name. She seems young and vigorous. She spends a lot of time on the road, giving lectures, but she thinks health. She talks health. She refuses to let thoughts of illness lodge in her mind. And one of her statements is, I am radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am a radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, vigor, and vim of God. I am a radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. This reminds me of being in the youth program for the YOUs, and we sing the song, every little cell in my body is healthy. Every little cell in my body is well. Anytime I get sick, I start singing that song to myself. He says, like her, we must keep the form, the shape, and the vision of health before us if we want to bring health forward. And what about the final cause? The final cause, Aristotle taught, is the one that for the sake of which the reason why. If we get sick for a reason, just as we build a house for a reason. We may not know the reason, but the reason is there. And if we are well, we're well for a reason. We are well because health is serving the purpose of our soul. We are well because the deep springs of our nature are pouring forth in health. Sickness and health are responses to life. Think about that. Sickness and health are both responses to life. Whatever the final cause of the sickness may be, the final cause of the health is certain. The final cause of health is God. The final cause of health is our oneness with God. God made us, and he made us in his image and after his likeness. God is perfect. The cause of health are physical, but the cause of health are also in the people's minds and souls. So if you get a chance, take a look at this, The Four Causes of Health by James Dillet Freeman on truthunity.net. And I want to say thank you for joining me here today and sharing the time with me. Many blessings. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.